Hey, what's going on all my friends here on YouTube, social media, and in the reptile community? My name's Dylan. I make videos about reptiles and art, so if you guys are interested in that content, do me a favor, check out the rest of this video, check out some of the other videos I've got. Go down below, check out the description, smash the subscribe, smash the like button. So today I kind of want to talk about a pretty highly controversial topic in the reptile/amphibian community, and that revolves around feeding live or frozen thawed and things you want to be feeding your companions. So I want to cover topics like, is it natural? Is it more or less nutritious? Is it cruel, or is it necessary? So I don't know. Let's find out. So stay tuned. Welcome back. So, on this video, it's not intended to bash anyone, to each his own. If you feed live, then great. If that's what your animals require, then great. I feed my bearded dragons, leopard gecko, Pac-Man frog, and give them live insects. I feel that that's definitely, for the bearded dragons more so, it's definitely stimulation for them. They are definitely more enticed to want to eat if they see things crawling or moving around. So they get live dubias, live superworms, and other feeder insects. Now me, I'm an animal lover. I appreciate all forms of life on our planet, even down to the most microscopic organisms, including like spiders and mosquitoes. I feel like everything has a purpose here. I'm kind of one of those guys, if I see a spider in my house, I'll go ahead and scoop it up in a cup and go release it outside so it can continue doing its spider thing. Even rats, I don't personally yet, my snake collection isn't quite large enough for me to start producing my own feeders, and I live in an apartment, so I can't quite do that yet. But at some point in my future, I plan on growing my collection, and I'm gonna need to start producing my own feeder rodents for my reptiles. When I start doing that, I definitely want to give them the best quality of life that I can. I think rats are awesome. They're, in my opinion, not dirty, nasty animals. They are if they're come crawling out of your toilet or the sewers. But the ones we keep in captivity, we feed them high quality food that's great for your reptiles. And I want to be able to provide them the best quality of life up until that moment, because we're keeping our reptiles for a reason. They're the ones that we're keeping in our collections, and they gotta eat. Me personally, if I can go the frozen thawed route, I will absolutely always do that. Animals in captivity do much better than they do in the wild, because their prey items out there are often exposed to have parasites and diseases and things, and wild-caught animals often don't do as well as they absolutely do in captivity. So when we can provide high quality food and really clean environments and give the feeders the enrichment and things that they need to be high quality feeders for our reptiles, I find that they're most nutritious when they're live, as their guts are nice and loaded with all the high quality stuff that your reptiles are going to need to thrive. Now, when I start producing my own feeders, I definitely will go the humane euthanization route, which is often gassing them with CO2. There's several methods that you can humanely euthanize your rodents. To me personally, seeing some animal, even especially ones that I kind of perceive as intelligent, watching them get eaten alive, I don't know. That's just not for me. But that's not saying that if I have animals in my collection, eventually I'm going to breed ball pythons. And to start babies out, you do want to feed them on live, because that's pretty much all they're going to take. If you put a frozen thawed mouse hopper or something in front of them, they're not going to recognize that as a food source. The first few meals of the reptile's life, definitely you want to give it something live. But you, in my opinion, I definitely want to transition it over to a frozen thawed diet because it's safer for both animals and it's nicer for both animals. For one, the rat or the mouse isn't going to suffer, and then in return, the rat or a mouse won't possibly harm your animal, because there have been instances where I've heard or seen people's snakes getting chewed up if you aren't monitoring that interaction. If you do feed live, you definitely want to watch the whole thing and make sure that the rat isn't able to like chew on your snake or animal, whatever it is you just so be happening to be feeding. So in my opinion, if you can do frozen thawed, it's more convenient. You can package them up and you can put like a bunch in your freezer and you'll always have quality food on handy. So like I said, I do feed live dubias and Madagascar hissers. I do breed those, produce all my own high quality feeders. I keep their tubs nice and clean. Probably every 2 weeks I'll take all the roaches out and really get some chlorhexidine and spray out the tubs, get them all nice and clean. And I always provide them with high quality food, high quality fruits and vegetables, and things that I would want my animals to be eating ideally. So I do got some animals that I need to feed today. I have my boa, I have Danger Noodle, my male pied ball python, I got my milk snake, and all the lizards and Pac-Man frog I'm sure are hungry, so let's hook them up with some food. So check these out. These are all my nymphs, my dubia roaches. I've kind of got some greens in here, getting them gut loaded. Just look at how many there are. It's pretty crazy. So let's go ahead and get some reptiles fed. This girl loves her water bowl. She's always doing this. So we'll let her finish her bath and then we'll see if she wants some dubias. Let's see if this girl will come down from her branch and get some roaches here. Danger Noodle always eats here. Got him weaned rats, and he's working his way up to small rats. Check this out. Oh, very nice. Get a kick out of watching these guys eat. It's fascinating. That's one of the big reasons why I keep reptiles, or why many people, I'm sure even yourself included, keep reptiles, because it's awesome to observe their feeding behaviors and how they take down prey and all that stuff. It's part of the fascination. What I would like to see, I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube that do live feeding, and like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you choose to do, as long as you're treating your feeders humanely and you're good to them, you give them the necessary space, they're not in nasty, dirty environments, their tubs or cages, whatever you keep them in, are clean and they have quality food, and they're not, there's not too many of them in one tub, like especially rats. You don't want to have like a whole bunch of them in one tub, so where they're like picking on each other and being mean. As long as they have a quality life leading up to that fateful moment, I got no problem with that. But what I would like to see more with the live feeding is, opposed to just these videos that just show like the strike or the reptile taking down the prey, I would like to see more educational components involved. Like talk about, like say if you have venomous, I'd like to hear like how is that venom affecting the prey? How is it taking it down? How quickly does it react? Is it composed of like neurotoxins, or like how is that venom working? I'd like to see more of that involved in these fitting videos and make them more educational rather than just the snake devouring the prey. Or I don't really necessarily think that I know I don't really like seeing like lizards, especially. They're so violent the way that they take down the prey, the thrashing and the screaming. I personally don't enjoy that. So that's why I'd always have the option of doing frozen thawed or something safer for both animals, and so that no one in your collection or the feeders is being treated inhumanely. I also think that keeping reptiles in captivity, let's face it guys, there's nothing really natural about taking like a lizard or a snake, something that actually lives out in the wild, and then putting it in a tank. That's not really natural. So, but animals that we keep in captivity do thrive because we're able to provide them with quality environments, clean environments, and high quality foods. So giving them live prey, though giving them live prey may be considered natural, since we keep them in unnatural environments, giving them unnatural frozen thawed prey items isn't necessarily a bad idea either. That is because we are able to increase their health and longevity, and if the animal is able to accept those food items, then I'd say, then for me, that works. It works great for me. And it might just very well work really good for you too. So again, I'm not trying to bash anyone out there. To each his own. If you feed live, that's great. It's stimulation for your animals because it's built in their DNA, their evolution over millions and millions of years. They're out in the wild, and no one's going out there with frozen thawed meals. Oh, here you go. They kind of just take whatever they can get. So I hope everyone out there has found this video somewhat educational or entertaining, or has opened your mind to other perspectives about what the reptile hobby kind of entails as far as feeding goes. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Drop me a comment down below. And if you haven't already, please smash the subscribe button. I post videos every Friday and Sunday. I'm also doing a 100 subscriber giveaway. I'm an artist, as I might have mentioned. So I'm making like these functional snake bottle lamps. So if we could hit 100 subscribers, I'll post information, I'll create a video detailing how you could win functional custom artwork. The winner, you could tell me like exactly what kind of snake you like, what kind of color pattern mutation you like, and I'll go ahead and customize your paint job. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Like I said, I post Fridays and Sundays. Today's Friday, so I guess that means I'll see you on Sunday, alright? Peace.